Welcome, finally, you made it happen, man.
We did.
How long has it been? Like, a few months now, surely.
Almost a year, isn't it?
Almost a year been trying to do this.
Like
Yeah.
since Kenya Kitchen opened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're trying to get together, catch
But we made
up,
it
have a chat.
happen. It deserves a champagne. So straight after this, we finding the nearest shop, buying the champagne that is
What's your
mostly
what's your
chill.
go-to champagne?
What's my go-to champagne? I would say, Mum. I like Mum or Valve.
Okay.
I feel like Moet is a bit too overrated, but we
Really?
can still do it.
We can still do the Moet, yeah?
We can still do it.
Alright, fair enough. I'm not really a champagne person, but since you're here,
Not
we have
everybody.
to.
Not everybody likes champagne. You know.
Nah,
I think champagne is like an acquired taste. So like I remember there was a time I had a party at my house, and I remember telling my dad like, oh, most of my friends don't drink champagne; they drink prosecco. So I bought my champagne, and then I bought the prosecco. But they all ended up with my champagne, and I'm thinking, guys, I got you covered. Why are you not in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah, but champagne is Lee.
Yeah. I mean, champagne is a celebration drink, and today we're celebrating.
Call me Maggie Champagne.
Maggie Champagne, Maggie Champers.
Champagne
Jeez.
Maggie.
Hey, I like
Champagne
that one.
Maggie.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Nah, that's big, man. Because it's, as I said, it's been a long time coming. We've been trying to organize this, get together, find a time that we both have, we can manage, link up, whatever. And there's a lot we want to cover and talk about.
Sure.
Not that serious. Just catch a little vibe.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, man. So welcome to Nothing Serious, Just Vibes.
We're
already
here
know
for
what the
the vibes.
situation.
We're here for
Yes,
the vibes.
come on. So, I guess we can start with a little intro of yourself. Who you are. They might already know your voice. You've already mentioned Kenyan Kitchen.
Right. Well.
Yeah. So just let us know.
Do I get straight into it?
Yeah, just let us know like a little bit, and then we can obviously get into more detail.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, stay tuned. Nothing serious but vibes.
Come on.
You know. So as you already know, probably, I'm Margaret Small. Founder and head chef of that Kenya Kitchen.
Come on.
And recently won Best of Kenya. So yes,
I love it.
Looking forward for what the future has for us in store.
Yeah, I hear that. We'll start with Kenya Kitchen, I guess, because you already mentioned it. Is it something that you always wanted to do in terms of owning a business, a restaurant business like that?
I mean, so just going back, I was born and raised in Kenya. I came here. Growing up back home, I loved cooking. As a kid, like I've always loved cooking, but at the same time, I used to buy and sell sugarcane as a kid. So
nice.
I guess you could say business was all like I've had businesses in my mind since I was a kid. And then when I moved here in 2006, finished my secondary school, went to uni. I did education, became a teacher. I was teaching
you became
I am a teacher.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Jeez. Straight after uni.
So straight after uni, so I went into teaching. And then, I went into teaching, but at heart, I knew that I just loved cooking. I loved being in the kitchen. I guess you could say, like, I don't know if you've had the saying, like follow your passion. I followed my passion, and it led me to the kitchen. So that's where I'm at. So in terms of business, I just feel like I want to do something for myself, and having come from nothing, like, right now people would look at me and they're like, oh wow, Margaret has this ABCD, like, people have always assumed that she's very, I don't know how to put it, but everything I've created for myself, if that makes sense. Like even growing up, like I brought myself up. Like I didn't know my mom, my dad.
Wow.
I was brought up by my grandma.
Wow.
So most of my cooking was mostly inspired my grandma, actually.
Nice.
And so just wanted to do the best to create a business that allows me to do something that I enjoy.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. Geez, that's really interesting. I mean, I guess growing up, Where did you grow up in Kenya?
I grew up in Western, in Busia, or in a small village called Sijoa. Well, I was moving back and forth. So when I was born, my mom left me with her mom, my grandma. So I grew up knowing my grandma as my mom because I didn't know my mom. And then later on, I came to find out about my dad because I thought my dad died. My granddad died when I was little, so I always thought like my dad died.
Your granddad, yeah.
Yeah, and then I came to find out that my dad was alive and his family existed. So I was taken to my dad's side of the family.
Wow.
And then so I had to create this new relationship with his family. And so I had, juggling between my mom's side of the family and my dad's side of the family, but the relationship with my mom wasn't there either because I didn't really know her that well. But before I went to my dad's side, like I had just started having, I guess, gradual relationship, like starting to know my mom a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
trust me, this story needs more time. So that's for another day.
No, that is. I mean, even what you just touched on is quite. So by the time you realized, your dad is alive and you met your mom, were you old enough to like really fathom what was going on, or were you still kind of like unsure? Or were you kind of figuring life out? And
so when I knew my mom, I was like 8-9 years old.
Okay.
But at the time, it's like she had like other kids as well.
Yeah.
And then just met her briefly at the funeral, which my grandma, my extended family didn't want me to attend that funeral because they knew I was going to see my mom to meet her.
Yeah.
So they took me somewhere else, and
wow.
I think I've always been smart. I'm not gonna lie.
You knew something's going on.
Yeah. So I kind of like followed my great grandma at night when she was going to the funeral because I don't know how. Kesha, like when you have like when they
like Mount Belezi and
so it starts like the night before when the body so I followed her and obviously they couldn't take me back because it was already too late, so I had no choice but to stay. And that's when I realized something was going on, like people were talking about this woman because like my mom was a twin, so they were talking about them and I was like, who are these people? So I became very curious, like I want to know who are, like, because as far as I know, my grandma has always been my mom. And then all of a sudden, like I have the entire village talking about this person and pointing at me. I'm like, okay, cool.
Something's going on.
This is interesting. So, I think that's the night I met my mom during the her auntie's funeral. And then later on, I moved with her to where she was staying in Bungoma. No, it's a town called Webuye. I don't know if you know Webuye.
No, I know Bungoma.
Bungoma, it's not far from Webuye, Eldoret.
Okay,
yeah. So I moved there with her, and she had also keep in mind she already had another child, my sister.
Right.
So I was looking after her as well. So I knew I have a sister, but then at the same time I knew I have a sister, but I just don't know how my mom looks like. So I'm looking after this person because they've told me she's my sister, but I just don't really know where. So when I moved to stay with her, it was just at the time she was by herself. No, she was with my other sister, younger sister. We had like a massive accident. We ended up in the hospital, and then I briefly when we got to her house, she like we stayed there for like 2 weeks or so, and then another major incident happened, like where I had to be separated away from her because like so she was dating this guy and he wasn't like I don't know how to describe it, like it was what's the word I'm looking for? Well, he was involved in like stuff. But then when the police came, they were looking for him, but they couldn't find him. So they took everyone, including us. So we ended up in jail. Like I was there for a week or so with my mom and my siblings. And then I think that's the last I ever saw my mom again. And then after that, I went back to the village. My grandma came because my mom's twin sister had a child. So my grandma came, found out about us being jailed up, and so she took us, the minors, with her to the village. And so my mom was in for another God knows how long, and
so she was left in prison.
Yeah, and then so after that, then I was taken to my dad's side of the family. So that's when I came to know about my dad, and then now.
So that was a whole other thing as well. Now,
yeah, so now I've changed from my mom, gone to my dad. So now I'm starting to have to build a new relationship. Because again, my dad's not there, but now I have his family. Like his grandma wasn't there actually. She was in Nairobi. I had to live with his step grandma.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then eventually my grandma came, my great grandma. God bless her soul, like the most amazing woman that I was blessed with.
Yeah, man.
Like she gave me a vision of how my future was going to look like.
Wow.
So right now I feel like when I leave, I'm living by what she actually showed me that I could achieve.
Her prayers are still.
Her prayers are still with me,
you,
and I just think that if you just need one person who believes in you, and she believed in me and everything that, because there were times when I thought like the end of my life is here, and then she would be like, you know what?
You're good.
You're good.
You're good. Yeah, grandma's prayers are powerful.
Yeah.
Man.
So and then so when I moved to live with her, my dad's uncle came around, took pictures of me, sent them to my dad, like, oh, you have a child here, da da da. And my dad was like, listen, man, you can't just go picking up kids and claiming them mine. Like, nah, this is not my child. Like, everyone was like, no, you can't deny her.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even need DNA. Like, she's yours.
You can just tell,
Yeah. And so I was taken to boarding school. And I think that's when my life changed for the better.
Okay.
That's when I started realizing that there's more to life than actually suffering.
Right.
And I guess, like looking back from where I was to where I am right now, everything has been a lesson to learn from. And I'm just grateful for, everything I went through, like each step. So
it's the journey that shapes you, innit?
Yeah. But going back to your question, business, cooking has always been in my blood.
Yeah.
Like I was born to cook.
Yeah.
And I also feel like I was born to do what I feel like I should be doing, like just living and leading my life the way I want it to be. So I don't really like. I like to have my own direction. I like to do things in a certain way, and I feel like not everybody is going to have your vision.
Never.
So, and then you have people who need directions. I feel like I'm okay giving direction.
Okay.
And I'm not okay with receiving them.
Yeah. So you're definitely a teacher. You're a teacher for real.
Yeah. So So in terms of business, I do think that I'm in the right lane. You're
in your lane.
Yeah.
Dope. So like. Starting a business it's a foreign country. It's you're a woman, you're a black woman. It's the restaurant business. There's a lot of odds that's against you. Do you know what I mean? If you were to ask anyone, but like you're doing so well. Like, is it something that you were worried about, or you just said, I'm gonna just follow my vision and just do what I need to do and do what I want to do? Or is it something you didn't really think about too much?
That's a good question. I think that being here is an advantage especially to all of us minorities, and having come here without a single word of, like, I couldn't speak English, without a skill education, like I have had to learn, like, just like most people, when you come here, you learning your environment and everything else. I felt like this was a second chance. Well, no, third chance rather. Like, so there's no way I was going to fall back, because I had like people who are riding on me. Like I had responsibilities, and at the same time, I felt like this opportunity not everyone gets it, because back home, you have to know somebody, you have to know someone to get somewhere. And here, all you need to have, for as long as you have your skills, you have people who believe in you, you know your passion, and you wake up every day and show up. That's what it takes. And again, I've been lucky enough to have a parent who believes in me. Like, my dad has always believed in what I do, and he's supported me. Like, financially, he's been there. Like, I have the vision. Money, yes, I invested some of my money in it, but long term, he's also had to step in and say, okay, I'm going to support you where you need to be.
Yeah.
So just having the right people with you, and you showing up every single day, because once you start something, you're going to have people who are going to tell you can't do it. And I remember when I started, as especially being a woman, I had people who are like, why are you doing? First of all, again, back home, not even here, like people back home, they'll be like, well, you're a woman, you need to be married. Like, you're this age, why are you still living at home? What makes you think you can even succeed? And for me, that's a yes.
Yeah.
Like, that's
the validation you
that's
need.
what pushes me, because when someone tells me like, oh, you're doing amazing, you're doing this and this, like, I need to learn from the
Negatives, yeah.
So
yeah.
positives, yes, positives will make you feel great,
but they don't do anything.
They don't do anything, but it's the no's and the hate that would actually drive you to show people that, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I went for. But I remember when I was starting, I had like just getting the premises itself. Like, even my lawyer, like, he didn't really believe in me. He was, first of all, was like, you're black, you're young, you're a woman.
It's the restaurant business.
Yeah, it's a restaurant. Like, do you think you have what it takes? And I'm thinking, I'm paying you. Like, that's not your job for you to. It's my responsibility. You do your job, I do my job.
Right.
He tried to delay so many. Like, it could have, Kenya Kitchen would have been open long time ago. Okay. He delayed it for almost over 6 months.
Damn.
And I just had to keep on showing up to his office. Like, if I'm set to getting something, I make sure I do it.
Get it done, yeah.
Like, I make sure I get it done. And once my mind is made up, that's it. Nothing is stopping me. So I think that was my challenge, like, just having this man who is telling me, like, oh, who do you think you are? Like, and what makes you think you're going to do it? Like, oh, I'm paying you. Do your job.
The naysayers.
Yeah, and then also now got in the property, doing up the works and everything.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like men, not generalize, but I just feel
careful.
No, I'm going to be honest. Like,
Go on.
especially for our young women out there who want to do get in the business world and follow their heart. I feel like sometimes if you're not careful, you're going to be taken advantage of.
100%.
And I saw this with my own eyes, where they will be like, okay, you don't have to pay me, like, I'll do this, you're beautiful. And I'm thinking, yes, I'm beautiful, but I'm paying you. Focus on your job.
So what
like, let's talk money. Like, take me seriously. Or sometimes I'll have, some of them will be like, oh, so where's the money involved in this? And so you can't have a woman do her own stuff. Like, why?
It's undermining you.
Yeah, why must there be a man? And even today, up to today, like, I have where people come to the restaurant and they're like, oh, so mzee wapi? No, I am the mzee. Like, talk to me.
Standard.
And like, they'll look at me, they're like, are you not like 18? Like, no, bro. Like, no.
Wow.
So I've had where people just try to, like, bring you down, or, like, try to find things like, I'll give you this in exchange of this.
Yeah.
Girls don't fall for that. Like, at the end of the day, if you're determined enough, and if you're driven, if you know your goal, just wake up every day, show up, and don't take bullshit.
Straight. I think that's a great piece of advice. Like, which is what I was going to ask next about what would you advise someone who is in your position, maybe, you know, in your position that you were in maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or when you first got the idea, like, what would you suggest to them, or, you know, what advice would you give to them? Like, you know, a young black girl.
I think I'll say that one, learning never stops, and just because you've been able to you have this idea, or you think you found your purpose, don't just keep in your head. Don't say to yourself like, I found my purpose. Show up.
Right.
Show up for it. Like, wake up every single day, dream it. Like, you know, go to bed dreaming of it. Wake up. That's all you think. And you see it in my Snapchat. Like, I would literally
hard, yeah.
like I'm in the kitchen. When I'm in the kitchen, that's my happy space. So find your happy space and do it without thinking like it's a chore. Because if when you do it and you feel like it's being forced, then that's not your calling.
Yeah.
So just be persistent. Know that in everything that you do, you only have yourself to think. Like, you're your own cheerleader. Like, you're going to have people. Yes, you're going to have people riding with you and everything, but also you have people who are not going to ride with you. Whoever says that you can't do it, or all the negatives and no's, is not the end of. It's not the end of it. Like, you know, you can knock on 100 doors. Just because you've had no.
Yeah. All it takes is one.
All it takes is one. And once that door opens, run with it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Do it well, and just master your art.
Yeah.
But for me, most important thing is to show up.
Yeah. Just make sure you're there.
Because I remember when I started, right? Like, I used to do catering, and then I also had my healthy meals, meal plans, and whenever I'll get like emails or like clients will reach out to me, I'll literally be like, okay, I'm going to get my accountant to send you invoice. I'm going to talk to my chef. Let me talk to my suppliers. Or like, nobody knew that I didn't have a team.
You're doing this for yourself.
I was doing it by myself. Yeah. And, you know, I would like probably wake up like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, if I had catering, I'd get in touch with my suppliers, like the emails I was sending, like, even there are times when I would meet up with the clients and they're like, oh, it's you. Like, I thought you had like other team, like, who is behind? Like, it's me. They're like, what?
Yeah.
I thought you're like in your 40s or something. Yeah. But again, what I usually say is that just the same way you work hard for somebody else, like when you're responding to those emails, you know, why should you put somebody else's business priority and then you neglect yours? So I gave my entity at the time, like, obviously it was KM Kijikomoto, but Kenya Kitchen wasn't there yet. So it was like I had a different name. Okay. But then I gave it 100%. Yeah. I was the chef. I was the graphic designer. I was everything you can think of. Right. I was doing everything by myself. But one could say, but why didn't you employ somebody else to do it? I wanted to understand the art. Every single thing that I am doing today, I have been able to learn, like, okay, if I'm cooking a certain meal, this is how long it takes. So if I'm giving a job to do, you don't need to come and tell me it's going to take this long, because I've done it myself. Yeah. So you should be able to, every second counts. So if I'm giving you this particular, like if I'm asking you to chop onions, you don't need to be taking an hour.
Yeah. I know how long it takes.
It takes. Yeah. Being on the grill.
Yeah.
People are always like, that's a man's job. Who are you to tell me it's a man's job? I like to understand every aspect of the business. Right. So even if things go wrong, you can always step in. Jump in. You don't need to like start panicking, like, oh, I need this ABCD. That be ready to step in.
A lot of business owners say that. Understand every aspect of your business before you even start employing people.
Exactly. So you have to do it yourself, and at the same time, that's how you're able to show an example to your
future employee or something.
Yeah, your future employees, and because I mean, you have people who have money and they obviously just want to like have something where they either claim they have something going for themselves, or they just want to put their money somewhere and let money I guess accumulate, or like what's the word? Money. They will let their money work for the
on behalf of them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's okay still. It's an investment. But if you have the passion, if you know that that's what you really want to do, then learn every single day. Time yourself. Okay, I need to find a balance. My health comes first. Money is like my health is going to create my wealth. So how can I find this and this and be able to make it to a way where like I'm not overworking myself, or I'm not finding it overwhelming and it's going to drain me down, and I'm going to give up and go back to full-time employment.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah,
it's that balance.
And now like it's the balance. And now 3 years ago when I opened, they actually having an actual premises.
Yeah, it's been 3 years.
Like been 3 years.
Well done.
Thank you. So I've just been able to understand like what it takes, like every single thing. And now even for my own health, like I'm trying to find a balance, because again, there's no point overworking myself when once my body gives up, the business gives up.
Yeah. Balance is another important part. Okay, geez, I'm learning a lot today. I can't even learn. I read something the other day that which I guess is part of what you're saying. It's like during the pandemic in America, I don't think it was America. The most amount of small businesses were started by Black women. You know, so that entrepreneurial spirit is in women, is in Black women. You know, and I think it's something that, if you have a dream, if you have an idea, just try it. Just go for it. You know, I think that's what I'm getting from you.
I think we all have something in us. Like every single person, whether it's cleaning,
but then not everyone has that business idea, man. If that makes sense.
Exactly. But I feel either be it business or not business, it's always like just do it right. Because there's some people who are in it for the money. There's some people who are in it for the sake of, because they don't know what else next. But I do believe that regardless of who we are, what we believe, that don't go for what society expect of you.
Right.
Because sometimes people do things because they want to please the society, and especially right now with the power of social media. There's so much competition where someone wants to be like, I'm going to do this because it looks cool. Don't do it just because it looks cool. Do it because it makes you happy. And and
that's important.
And
don't let that one go over your head. Listen, don't let that one go over your head.
Like honestly. And I think even right now, as you say, like more women are getting into business. Hey, power to the women.
Big up. Yeah, man, 100%. 100%, man.
Boss babes. No, but I think that we're all capable of achieving what we're destined to achieve. And like even it's all, like right now I'm listening. I don't have time to read, so I listen to audiobooks.
Yeah, I love audiobooks.
I think they're the best.
I love audiobooks.
Whoever created audiobooks,
honestly,
thank you.
I love audiobooks and podcasts. Especially this one.
Exactly. I'm going to be tuning, guys. You better tune in.
But audiobooks. Yeah. Especially when you're driving as well.
Yeah. Trust me, the number of audiobooks lined up. At the moment, I'm listening to The Power of Habit. And honestly, sometimes you think that you're on your own, like you're questioning yourself, am I doing the right thing? But when you actually listen to or read books, you realize that you're not alone. And even in everything that you're doing, again, the other thing I'll say is that just because you feel like you found your purpose, you found your path, you found what you love doing, it doesn't mean that that's the end of it.
Right.
Remember I said at the beginning, learning never ends just because you think you've got the idea. Every single thing that you're doing every day, you're learning something new. And again, I'll usually say that where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
So I've had my, fallbacks. Like I've had where I could have given up long time ago. I mean, COVID came. That's another thing. There's so many things that have happened. I could have given up then. But then it was just like in that moment, how can I find a way to pick myself up in this moment?
Yeah.
So I'll say, like, when you found what you want to do, make a list, the pros and cons. See, how it weighs out, and if it's going well, go for it.
Yeah.
And if it's not going well, find ways of how you can make it go well.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think the next question naturally is, where do you see the future of Kenya Kitchen going? Like, the business, the idea, like, where do you see it going? Do you think?
Building an empire.
Hey, I like that.
No,
Amen
so
to that.
exactly, touchwood. So future of Kenya Kitchen. I mean, honestly, guys, first of all, being in my industry, like, I'd say I've been blessed. Even meeting you guys, like, everybody that I've met has just been a blessing. And I would just want to have open, like, if I could actually get Kenya Kitchen in every city, I would. So watch out. Next project is coming up soon. Stay tuned. So I'm working on the new project. Hopefully by next month we'll be
ready to go.
Okay.
All right.
And then also probably go international, maybe.
Yeah, come on. Don't say it under your breath. Say it out loud, man.
Go
They need to know.
We need to go international. I mean, we have to take it back to our roots.
What did you add?
Well, exactly. Kabisa, we have to take it back to our roots. Kenya Kitchen, the next step will be to take it home.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you're listening from Kenya and you miss Kenya Kitchen, don't worry, we're coming. We're coming there.
For me, it's always been. I love that name. I told
Kenya
you from
Kitchen.
the beginning. Yeah.
Is that a house?
Oh, it's a beautiful name.
Kenya Kitchen, that's what's up.
It stands out on its own. And, it's a standalone name, so it's a beautiful name. So wherever you decide to take it, we're always behind you. We support you. We're right there. You know what I mean? And I think, as you said, we're taking it global now, so I am with all of that, man. I support the idea.
Yeah,
keep it up, and just pursue that. Would you be open to maybe like outside investment or outside people coming in?
Oh yeah, certainly, absolutely. And even right now, as like I would also want to work with more young people as well, because I feel like, as you said, like women getting in business, or even like just young people have more rich ideas, and at the same time I feel like we understand like what the market wants, and just like even when it comes to cooking, I think most skills are coming in from our youngsters. So and with the opportunity of Face of Kenya, so I want to I want to be able to collaborate and just reach out to more young people and work together and see how we can build young East African generation.
I like that. Build the next generation up,
exactly.
Support and embrace and engage and all of that. Empower. You know. And speaking of Face of Kenya, I mean, there's Face of Kenya. There's Kenya Society. Are those like things that you want to use to empower the next generation and want to work with?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What is Face of Kenya?
I think Face of Kenya is a platform that engages young people, unites them, helps them learn their cultures, their roots, and I guess it's also an advantage for Kenya Kitchen. Kenya Kitchen speaks for itself, as you said. Yeah. I mean, you have Kenya, Face of Kenya, and just being here together, like all together, it's bringing out the culture to most young people, especially the ones that were born here and don't really understand their roots. So what we want to be able to do is be able to connect them through our food, our music, our like everything. And I'm grateful for this platform because recently I actually attended like a youth event, and I was just very amazed by every single person that I met, like the amount of talents that are out there, and just I feel like even now, more young people are just are scared to do things for themselves, or like they don't know which route to take, and it's up to us, even like you and I, to be able to guide them. Like, okay, this is what I've gone through. This is what you can avoid, and or this is what you could do better than what I did. You don't have to go through the same steps. You can even
do better,
do 10 times better. So like that's what I want to do. And funny enough, like I'm actually planning an event at Kenya Kitchen with young people. So should be coming up next month. Hopefully 2nd of September, but I'll let you know the details.
We'll put it up. We'll tell everyone about that.
But so Face of Kenya is a social platform that unites the youth and works with charities. Again, I'm planning when I go to Kenya soon, I'll be able to do more. And you won. Don't forget to say that. And you won. I won Face of Kenya 2022.
So I'm looking at the Face of Kenya right now.
Yes, you won.
Jeez, hey, I am privileged, guys. I'm privileged. But I like the social aspect of it anyway. I think that's the most important part, I would say.
Yeah, and you did mention the Kenyan society. So
that too,
so I came across Kenyan society by chance, I would say. But also, like, I think having Kenya Kitchen has also opened doors for me to meet like a lot of people, and it's also another platform that is just full of ideas, is rich in everything. Sometimes we step back and we think that there isn't much out there for us, but guys, just there's a lot. And I think we need to be open to just receiving and being able to just go out there and learn from one another. So with the Kenyan society, they work with the diaspora Kenyans pretty much international, really.
Okay.
But at the moment, they're looking to have more young people as well. So it's a platform. It's just a networking platform, and it's been amazing. I've so far, I think I've been to 2 events. And it's pretty good. So
something to get involved in.
Young Kenyan guys, reach out to me. Let's
work.
Let's work together.
I like all these platforms. I think the way I see things going, the trajectory of not just Kenya, I'll say East Africa, we're getting to the point now where the 3rd generation are now coming up and they're starting to want to find out more about their roots and back home and stuff, whereas other African countries might be 4 or 5 generations deep. They're already ingrained in the culture here. They're good, but us, we're kind of still in a bit of limbo.
Slowly getting there. I mean, they normally say slowly. I guess slowly is the way forward. Like sometimes good things take time. You don't need to rush. Like, just take it slow and just you're not in a race.
No, you're not.
Take your time.
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon, but I know Kenyans are known for running, but this time around, let's just take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Enjoy the good stuff. And I think the bands have actually done a lot for they've done wonders for Kenya, because now whenever you look around, you're like, oh, you're Kenyan.
Like the Kenyan bracelet, I always say, it's something that's unique to us, and we need to embrace it more. Talk about it more.
Wave our flags. I'm here waving. Like, I love waving our flag.
It's our passport, and even people who aren't Kenyan now wear it. All my friends who go back home, they always come back with it and they don't take it off.
It's weird though, because actually, most people that come to Kenya Kitchen always tell me I'm not Kenyan. I don't look Kenyan.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm Kenyan. I'm Kenyan. I didn't think you're Kenyan. You look more South African, like West Africa.
I can see the South Africa, actually. I can kind of see the South African.
Okay, no, we're Kenyan. Full on Kenyan. Like, if you want me to start speaking Sami, I would.
If you saw the look I just got. No, we're fully Kenyan out here, repping Kenya. But I think even, as I was saying, like even the East Africans all together, but there's a lot we're working together, we can do together, and there's a lot to come. I think I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for where we're heading, where our culture's heading, where our people are heading,
Yeah.
Even like entertainment, music, films, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot coming out of the culture.
Everything, fitness. And
fitness. Oh yeah, but actually your fitness journey as well.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's going.
Yeah.
It's going. I love it.
Yeah.
It's just what I was saying, like finding balance. And I think sometimes people are like, I'm so overwhelmed with work. I don't have time for fitness. Guys, come on now. At the end of the day, you can't drive your car without petrol. So why are you letting your body down?
Yeah.
Like look after it. Like your body is your temple. No, just give it the right food, right liquid, champagne.
Yeah.
But I think that's another thing. I feel like I've always been into fitness. I was at the time. I remember when I was in school.
Yeah,
I was doing it for the sake of I just do it because I have energies there. But now, the more I get older, I realize that I really need to look after my body. I need to take care of myself.
It's important, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I remember, I had surgery in January, and I was in the house for almost 4 months. They were longest 4 months I've ever had, and that made me realize the importance of working out. Just not going hardcore, but just having something to calm you down.
Yeah,
and
it's important for the body.
Yeah, and that's something that I'll embrace all throughout. No matter what you're doing, just find a balance. Give your body good,
look after
some TLC.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
the side of champagne. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what you need. And people ask me but Margaret, you drink. How do you normally? How can you work out and drink, guys? Don't deny yourself. Everything in life is not good for you. Even water is not good for you. Too much water is not good. Yeah, too much of anything is not good for you. So if you're denying yourself what you really crave for, and you think that you're doing the right thing, then you're lying to yourself. Yeah, full on lie. Just if your body craves something, give it, and just make sure you're doing it in moderation.
Okay.
So I like to pop champagne every Thursdays.
The best life, man.
For me, when I do that, I'm rewarding myself for all my achievements and also for my hard work in the gym.
Yeah, no, it is. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, and just something to look for. Yeah, something to look forward to. So
I like that.
Yeah. And then I'm also I've recently started training people, working out. So that's something. If you guys are interested, I check out my page. Yeah. Feed by Tara, and you can also join the classes. So
what about the Kenya Kitchen stuff? Where can we find all that kind of
Kenya Kitchen? So you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook at Kenya Kitchen UK. Sorry, Kenya Kitchen. That's Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
Pardon? Oh, so you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter at Kenya Kitchen. And also you can check out our website at kenyakitchenuk.co.uk. Yeah, and then you can also call us
and also go in and get some food.
Come through and have some delicious food. Experience the taste of home.
Yeah,
home away from home. At 135 Dean's Lane. That's HA8 9NY.
Yeah,
in Edgware.
Make sure you go there, guys.
Make sure you come through and. Guys, if you miss your mom's food, your grandma's food, your sister's food, and all the good organic stuff, come through.
Yeah, I appreciate your time so much, man. Thank you
so much for having me.
A lot of gems, a lot of wisdom, and I think we need to do this again.
Absolutely, guys. I was nervous coming here, but
you're relaxed.
Yeah, it's actually I love it.
There you go. We'll do it again. Thank you so much, guys. Nothing serious is vibes. We'll see you next time.
We're going to pop champagne.
Peace.